Hey guys, got something very special today. These, in my opinion, are probably the best 140mm fans on the market. They're $20 and they have a lot of cool features that I'm about to show you. Now, a lot of you, these aren't new. They've been on the market for a while, but some of you may still not be aware of them. And if you're fortunate enough to have a case that accepts all 140mm fans like this Define R4, you should definitely put all 140s in it, because I have no idea why you would put 120s in it. So those two are the stock fans that came with my Define R4. They are, oh, they are the Silent Series R2, and they're 1000 RPM. The Define R4 does have a fan controller in the front with three settings: full speed, mid, and low. And I usually run it at mid because there's no difference between mid and low as far as sound goes. But those are pretty silent. These at full speed are not that loud at all. But for those of you that don't know, the fan design, and particularly the bearing design, has a lot to do with the noise that the fan makes. Bearing noise typically is minimal when you're dealing with good quality fans, but depending on the type of bearing, it can be either closer towards the higher pitch spectrum or the low pitch spectrum. And to me, lower pitched fans are less noticeable and less annoying. These are a little bit higher pitched when you're running them at full speed. So on to the fans that I'm really excited about. These are the Enermax TB Vegas Duos. Now, see all these wires here? You can see how on each fan there's a cluster of three cables that come off. That's because one of them is to power the fan, and then each one has a switch, and each one has its own speed controller on it. This is awesome. Now, the specs on the fan, regular 12 volt input is only 0.6 amps, and minimal noise is 15 decibels. That's when it's running at 700 RPM. These are all running at 700 RPM right now. Just gonna be quiet for a minute. I cannot hear them, and I'm being completely serious. Maybe the camera can pick them up, but I cannot hear them. What I can hear is my Noctua NHD14, which is on the other side of that motherboard tray. So, I mean, that just says a lot. My Noctua NHD14, which is supposed to be like really, really quiet air cooler, I mean, you guys know about that, is louder than 340mm fans. So, more about the fans. Got them for $20 each. That's an amazing price for what they can achieve. And this is the coolest part. Each fan has 36 diodes, 18 red and 18 blue, and 11 modes, which I'm going through right now. And the good thing is, hold on, I have to adjust my hand. The good thing is, when you power off your system, or even if you unplug the fan, it saves the last color mode that it was on. This is the Vegas mode, so this is every combination. This one's kind of ridiculous, I don't really like it. But the good news is, when you unplug the fan, or when you turn your system off, it's going to save whatever mode you left it off on. So it's not like you have to switch it to the mode, or it's going to forget what mode it was on every time you turn your system on. Now these fans go from 700 to 1500 RPM in comparison to the stock fans, which at at just stock 12 volt, no modding of the voltage or without the use of a fan controller, 1000 RPM. You know, there's a lot more flex in these 700 to 1500. Now at 1500, these make some noise, but it's not like ridiculous noise. It's what you would expect from a fan that's spinning at 1500 RPM. I mean, that's kind of ridiculous. So I'm probably going to be running these at about 1000 RPM, and at 1000 RPM, which is the max for these fans, it's significantly quieter. So in the package, it includes the fan, obviously. It also includes sticky pads so that you can mount these wherever you want in your case. I'm still going to have to figure that out. And you guys have probably seen this before. These rubber isolating mounts. So you can either use traditional screws or you can use these rubber isolating mounts. I've never tried these before, so I'm going to try them. Now to close up the video, I'm going to do a test showing low speed versus high speed. You're pretty close. And the last time I did this, when the fan was standing, it was blowing so much air that it fell over, so I don't know how I'm going to do this. Hold on, guys. Very well thought out video, right? Okay, so this is low. This is running at 700. I'm going to slowly turn it up. Still hardly making noise. Probably about 50% of the way now. Now it's starting to make that noise. So this is full speed. It is making some noise, but at this speed, it's moving 90 CFM of air. That's a lot of air. So no one would really need to run it like this unless you're putting these on a big 280 or 380 mil radiator, and you really you got a high fin density, and you really you care more about cooling than noise. But these fans are going to be excellent for anywhere from like 700 to 1200 RPM, and all the features, the lighting, it's just amazing. The packaging from Enermax is also phenomenal. Let me turn this down so it doesn't fall off. The packaging is phenomenal. Comes in these plastic cases. A bunch of cool info on the back. But yeah, this is my recommendation. If you're in the market for a 140 millimeter fan, definitely get these. Even if you don't care about LEDs, look, you can turn it off if you don't care. And they're only $20 in comparison to some other brands which sell for around the same. Now, I'm not hating on Corsair. I like Corsair. This is the AF Silent series. So this is 140 millimeter, designed to be quiet and move a lot of air. This thing is brand new and it makes some weird noises. So I think they got this one wrong. But Enermax is and has always been my favorite fan company. I fully support them, and give them a look. You can get these fans in 80s, 120s, and 140s. So even if you only have a case that supports 120 mil fans, pick them up in 120s. Save a few bucks. That's it, guys. Thanks.